This clip is brought to you by SaveWithConrad.com.
Let's talk about the Observer. The WWF received complaints regarding Bret Hart and Diesel using chairs and Diesel mouthing motherfucker at the Survivor Series. They're trying to do a balancing act between making it a rougher product but not alienating any of the audience or the sponsors. That isn't going to be easy. I know it's silly, but we've talked about it so much. Tell me about Diesel mouthing the word motherfucker. Was that something that is discussed ahead of time? Hey, show real emotion. Or, I mean, it's not, I just have a hard time believing that Vince sits him down and says, now, Kevin, if you could look right at the camera and say motherfucker, that'd be great.
I don't recall that being something he was told, but I'm sure he was told to make it real, and that made it real. And here's the other interesting thing when I read things about, well, oh my God, there were complaints. Do you know what complaints means? More than one.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, more than one. So if two people complained out of the whole thing, now you got to take into consideration, apparently in 1990, or especially in 1995, for someone to sit down and write a letter or make a phone call, that takes a lot of effort. Most people don't do that. However, to get one or two complaints to a cable company, to them when they aren't getting complaints on anything else, oh my God, we got all these complaints. They had to field a call or two. And when you do that deep dive, because I have done that deep dive of give me a sampling of your complaints, give me a sampling of the complaints of all these gross, complaints. And during email times where you will receive maybe 4 or 5 complaints. And when you dig even a little bit deeper and you realize they all come from the exact same city and or area, and they're all worded almost identically the same, and the time frame that they are sent is in the middle of the night at the same, within a 5-hour span of time or things like that, that sometimes you got to wonder, okay, is this a couple of fans in Hoboken or Huntsville that got mad at it and say, I'm going to write. I am too. Well, let's do it right now. So you receive complaints because you put an S on it. It's more than one. I don't know. I really don't know. It may have been someone in the cable company that watched it and wasn't crazy about it. So it was an attempt to make it more real, and that's what it is.
Let's talk about the Observer again here, because it feels like we've got a bit of a situation. The status of the Intercontinental title apparently changed regularly over the past weekend. Razor Ramon faced Sid in what was announced live as a non-title match with 1-2-3 Kid as a referee on the October 23rd taping, and the match that aired on November 13th with Sid winning due to Kid helping him and completing his heel turn was billed as a title match on all television leading up to the match. The plan was for Sid to come out of the match with the title, a plan that was changed after Superstars, Action Zone, and Mania were taped midweek. The cover story announcement was made early in the Raw show of it being a non-title match, with the explanation given that Gorilla Monsoon had considered what happened at the house shows over the weekend and Nassau Coliseum, Worcester, and the Meadowlands and smelled a rat. The word amongst the wrestlers is that Sid, who left the tour because of a family emergency, was pretty upset after being promised the title and having it pulled from him, and that Hunter Hearst Helmsley will eventually be getting the title from Ramon. This has caused major morale problems because people see it was the Clique controlling the championships again, and people believe that different rules apply to them compared to the other wrestlers. Of course, the fact is the leadership of the Clique is scheduled to be losing to the WWF or the WWF title to Bret Hart this coming weekend, so there aren't any signs that that decision is going to be reversed at the last minute. So tell me about how this changed and why it changed to the best of your recollection. That Sid was going to be the Intercontinental champ and now he's not.
I don't really remember other than I believe Sid went home. Sid went home upset. And was it softball season?
Oh, I don't know. I don't think November is softball season.
It may be in
Tennessee and Arkansas.
Yeah.
So you view that as just Sid being Sid. No reason to be this way. Difficult.
No, but it's easy for people to make shit up and create stories that aren't necessarily there.
But
when you get a lot of time on your hands or you're not even there, it's easy to create shit.
Well, and also too, paranoia in wrestling is a thing. It's not just for newsletters. It's for guys, right?
All the above. And then they call newsletter guys and spin their own stories.
So let's.
Hey, it's Conrad Thompson. Thanks for checking out the podcast here on YouTube. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and the notifications bell so you get a notice anytime we upload some new content. And go save yourself some money right now. If you're in a 30-year loan or you have credit card debt, it's not a matter of if I can save you money. It's a matter of how much. Find out right now for free at SaveWithConrad.com.